Hello my gorgeous cuties out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I am just a crazy lover of makeup, fashion, and all that fun glittery stuff. So if those are things you're also into, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. But in today's video, I am going to be doing a full face of new makeup. I think there's maybe one product I don't have something new for, and the product that I'm trying is new to me, but most of them are new things. So I'm just going to slap it all on my face, create a look with it, and just hang out. So if you guys are interested in seeing all of that, then keep on watching. Alright my lovelies, here we are, another day of makeup. I got my Spokane cup this time. I have been so obsessed with my Washington cups because I just had such an amazing trip there that all I want to do is have my Washington cups. And coffee. I actually finally bought a Keurig. I feel like I'm so late on the game here because I feel like most people have a Keurig, and I had a traditional like pot, like coffee pot, and it finally broke on me. I could not fix it no matter what I did, so I got a Keurig. I broke down, got one. I feel like it's convenient. It really is. So updated my coffee game. But anyways, you're not here to talk about coffee, right? You're not here to hear me ramble. You're not here to look at these cute ass earrings. Are these cute? They look like my cat Sushi. I got this for $1.50 from Shein. And here I am getting distracted by my cat earrings. But anyways, let's get into the makeup. I have various products here. I have the new Codeine Palette from Estee. I have the One Size Beauty Concealer. I have this concealer from, mascara from e.l.f. And some other things, some stuff from M Cosmetics. I'm gonna put it all on. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can see what I'm doing, and hopefully this makeup look will come out looking good. So let me zoom you guys in. So I'm gonna start off with my base makeup. That's how I like to do my makeup. That's just my style. I know a lot of people like to start off with their eye makeup, but not me. I like to do things the harder way. Let me lower my chair a little bit. Yes, there we go. So I'm going to use a primer I've never tried out. So I got this little like sample trio from e.l.f. with all their like putty primers. It has the luminous one, the matte one, and the original poreless one. So I want to try out the matte one because, you know, I like my matte products. I have oily skin. Also, still ignore my nails because I haven't got them done. I finally took the nail polish off, but I don't know why I haven't been doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna push this in. This is how it looks. It definitely has like that putty feel, but it feels creamy too at the same time. This is also supposed to help like get rid of pores. Well, the appearance of pores, which I think it's doing that because it's kind of like on the thicker side. So I feel like it's definitely filling. Can you guys tell a difference? I feel like I can already tell. So far, I like the primer. It blended right into my skin like nothing. So now I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Makeup. I did do a wear test on this if you want to see how it lasted on my oily skin and just like my thoughts on it. I do like it a lot. It is a liquidy formula, so you have to shake it. I have the shade 3N1, which is described as a medium neutral, and this is a sheer makeup product. It's kind of like a skin tint, but it's has like a matte finish. So if you like a matte finish on your makeup, if you have oily skin, you'd probably like this because I've been testing this out with different primers and I've been loving it. It's been working so well on my skin, and you will see it definitely evens out the skin tone, but it's, you know, still sheer enough where you can still see like things peeking through and like your skin still comes through, but it has a nice like matte finish and it just blends so nicely. And I like the coverage. I've been into more sheer makeup these days, and I think that's just like trending right now. And you can see it definitely evens out any like discoloration, any like redness, and you can build this up if you want a little bit more coverage. Now if you are a full coverage kind of person, you will probably not like this product because it's not meant to be full coverage. It's sheer. Now time for a concealer. So I'm going to try the One Size Beauty. I think this is what the Patrick Star brand, and I got mine in medium and 1, and this is the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. It's supposed to be a medium to buildable formula. It's supposed to give you great coverage and brightening and all that good stuff that concealers say that they do. Here's the applicator. I think the shade's gonna be perfect for me. I actually looked at it in store first before I ordered it, just to make sure the color was right. And I think it's perfect. So I'm just gonna put here. I like this little chubby wand. Maybe here, I don't know. I don't wanna put too much because I don't need it to be like super intense coverage. Just want it to, you know, help with the discoloration and brighten under the eyes. So I'm gonna use my favorite beach brush to blend in the concealer. It says it's supposed to be really blendable and like buttery and stuff. So blended in so easily. I barely had to do anything. And I think the shade is perfect. It definitely brightened under the eyes and covered any like discoloration. So I have these two products from M Cosmetics. I got one of their stick cream bronzers and one of their stick cream blushes. So we'll start off with the bronzer. I have the shade So Soft. And I'm just going to maybe swipe it on. See how it works doing that. Yeah, I think the shade is good. It's not too warm. It's not really cool. I feel like it's kind of neutral, which I prefer. I don't like anything too super warm. And then maybe put it up here. It's gliding on like so easily. It's really creamy. So I'm gonna use the brush I use for my foundation to blend it out. See how well it blends. I love the shade. Love that. And just a couple of taps in, it blended right in. I'm sure you could use a sponge too if you prefer a sponge. But wow, it is so nice. I like this, and the shade's perfect. If you have like a similar skin tone, like medium skin tone, and you like more like in the middle, neutral, not too warm of a bronzer, you'd probably like this. It's definitely a little tacky, so it's not one of those like, well, it doesn't feel like a cream to powder formula, but we'll have to see if it eventually dries down. So I got the cream blush stick in Passion. It's a super intense, like orangey, mango-y shade. Let me see if I can just tap it on. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, it's so orangey, but I love an orangey blush. And then I'm gonna use this brush to kind of blend it out. See, like in the tube it looks so dark, but I've learned with cream blushes you can usually just sheer it out. It's not that intimidating. It looks intimidating, but just put a little bit. You can blend it out with a brush or a sponge, and you can get like this beautiful wash of color on the cheeks. Oh, I love that. I'm going to powder now. I'm going to try this HD powder from NYX. This is in the shade Banana, and I took this upon recommendation from Angelica Nikovic. She raves about this powder, and I was like, I want to try that. It's a banana powder. I love banana powders for brightening. It did break in the mail. I did repress it, but then I also heard it's being discontinued, so I don't know. Like, why buy a product that I might fall in love with and they're taking away? But I'm going to use a sponge. I love banana powders. I love how they just really brighten under the eyes so well. Let's see. Oh, the powder is really soft. It feels super silky. And it definitely did brighten and then set down the concealer. Like the difference. I love that. I like how it looks, like the finish. Okay, now I'm going to use my usual Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder from It Cosmetics. This is not new, but I don't want to use that powder all over, and I don't have any new like setting powder. So I'm just going to use that to set everything down. Alright, I think my makeup set down really nicely. Everything just looks really pretty. I love how my face looks right now. So I do have a highlighter that's new to me. I don't think this is a new product, but this is from e.l.f. I don't know what kind of highlighter this is. I got it for free. Where's the packaging? Okay, here it is. It is the Metallic Flare Highlighter in 24K Gold. I think it will work on my skin tone right now, because I do have some you know, color to me. I think it looks good on the cheeks. It's a good shade for me. And it's going on nicely. I feel like this might have little shimmer specks in it. So if you don't like little shimmer flakes in it, yeah, I think there is some shimmer specks in this. I thought it was just the shimmer I had on my face before, but I feel like I see it everywhere I place it. So just be mindful of that if you don't like highlighters that have shimmers in it. So now let's do brows. I almost forgot about brows. I picked up the e.l.f. Bite Size brow thing. It has 2 powders in it and 2 creams. I don't remember. I got dark brown. So it looks like these are the 2 powders, and then there's like a clear one and a tinted like brow wax. I don't know if this is gonna work. I feel like it's a little more warm tone, but the next shade up was like a black one. And I was like, that might be too dark. But I'm gonna give that a try. And I also did get the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, because so many people rave about this. I got it in the shade Espresso, so I will use that after. Or should I use that first? No, I'll use that after. So I'm gonna go in with the more cooler tone shade. I like that there's 2 options for the powder, so we'll see. I don't think I've ever used powder in my brows. I feel like it can be a little intense. I usually use a pencil, but why not? Maybe powder is where I need to be at. Wow, I feel like that was really easy to use. Really, really easy to use. And the color is actually really nice. Huh, maybe I should be using powder brow products. So let's try the NYX Lift and Snatch. I love these little brow pens. I like to fill in like the front where I feel like I'm missing some hair. So hopefully I can get this to work. I've heard so many good things about this. Wow. The tip is so fine on this. Like, people swear by this. Okay. I feel like I put it a little too intense in the front. But I feel like with these products, there's like a learning curve on how light you should go. So I'm going to try the little Tinted Brow Wax. So I'm going to take the little spoolie end of the brush. It's definitely creamy and pigmented. But I'm going to brush that through my brows to get them to stick up a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely adding pigment to my brows. And lifting them up. So I like how my brows look. I think the color was actually good, and I feel like the little wax in here definitely lifted up my brows and added more color, which I love a tinted like brow gel or brow wax. So now it's time to do a little makeup look. So I'm going to use the Codeine Palette from Adept Cosmetics. So I'm going to start off with ACM 33, this hot pink shade. Let's see how that works. I use the mattes and then the Hydrogen palette. I feel like the mattes are more of like a buildable formula. They're a little bit more on the sheer side, not as pigmented as like other shadows that I've used, but I feel like you could definitely build the color up on their mattes, so that's fine with me. Like, you see, it's a little bit more sheer, a little bit more muted than what it looks like in the pan. Because in the pan it looks just so hot pink, but you can just kind of layer up on it if you want to get it a little bit more intense. Now I want to take this smaller little brush from Rougher. Let me use a little color switch and color out. And I'm going to use the ACM 34 on the outer corner just to deepen up the look and use it. See how sheer it goes on initially? It's a little powdery, but you can just build on it, like it builds on itself, so that is good. So let's do some up the lower lash line. So I'm just going to basically mimic the eye up here. I don't really want to switch it up too much, so I'm gonna just take the teal in the outer corner just to connect. And then I'm gonna take the ACM33, the pink, in the inner portion. Alright, so now I want to lay down some glitter primer. I'm going to do that off camera. I don't have a new glitter primer. I'm just going to use the NYX one and I'll be right back. Okay, lay down the glitter primer. It's kind of like a mimicking like a half cut crease almost with the glitter primer. And I'm going to use the same brush I was using. This is a Kaleidos brush. And I think I want to use this like tealy shifty shade. It looks like there's maybe like a fuchsia shift. I don't know if you guys can see it, or like a purpley shift. And I'm going to use that on the outer portion closest to the matte. It's definitely a good shade to kind of blend with the matte because it's, you know, like the metallic version of the matte. I'm going to keep that all concentrated on like the outer section. But it's so creamy, so shifty. I love these kind of multi-chrome. I want to use Codeine, this like limey shimmer. I always have to use that shade in a palette. I just cannot help myself. I'm gonna use the same brush. I just cleaned it off with the color switch. I'll pick that up and I'm just gonna slap that all in there. These kind of shades are just some of my favorite to wear on my eyes, especially in the inner portion or like the inner corners, the inner corner highlight. That is stunning, stunning. So I think I want to use AC131, the pinky shade. I think it has like a pink, maybe pink orangey shift shade. I can't really tell, but I think that will look so pretty in the inner corner. So let me get a pencil brush. Yeah, I'm gonna take this pencil brush from Morphe. I'm gonna wet it. I did lay down a little bit of glitter primer in my inner corner, but I just want to wet it so I can avoid having fallout. Yes, that is so pretty. See, it's definitely flaky. You don't want to dig too much into this one. It's so soft of a formula, so when you dip into it, it kind of almost makes a dent into the product. But I don't want it to flake too much. Okay, I love that in the inner corner. It's just like a little pop of like pink and violet. It has a shift to it. I can't really tell what the shift is, but I think it looks gorgeous. I love this eye look. So that's it for the eyes. I love how this came out. I'm going to do a wing off camera because I don't have any new eyeliners to try out on camera, and I will be right back. Now I'm going to try this out from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Big Mood Mascara. I've heard so many good things about this. I think it's a fairly new mascara for them, and I've never tried a mascara from e.l.f. So we'll have to see. This is a big wand. It's kind of an hourglass one. It's a little angled. I don't know if it's broken or it's meant to be angled, and it looks like maybe it's a wet formula, but you don't know. After time it might dry down. But we'll have to see. It's huge though. It's a huge wand. But I'm gonna see if it is worth the hype. I don't know if it's really giving me volume, but I feel like it's giving me length. I don't know if you can tell a difference because I have, you know, the liner on, so it kind of blocks. But let me go in for a second coat. Okay, so I got some on my lower part because the brush is so big to try to get into the inner part, so I'd probably have to use like a different mascara for that part. So it looks like I put some liner in my lower part, but besides that, the intensity is really nice. It gave length, and on the second coat, it definitely like thickened my lashes. Okay, I am back. I went and did my other eye off camera, but I do like the mascara. I just wish the wand wasn't so big. It's hard to not like get it on your lid, especially when I try to use it on the lower lashes. Like trying to not have this smudge on the lower part is so hard. I'd probably have to use like a different mascara on the lower lash line because it's just too big of a wand, and the formula seems like super wet. So now let's go on to liner for like my waterline. I have two new liners. They're not new products, but they're new to me. I have the Shockwave Metallic Eyeliner in Ocean and in Dragon. I think I'm gonna use Dragon. It's a little bit more of like a tealy green shade. I think it's gonna tie in with the look so well. So let's put that in the waterline. Let's see. Okay, that went on really nicely. It's very creamy, it's pigmented. I just love the Shockwave liners from LA Girl. They're really good. They're similar to, I think, the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils. And I think this looks so good. So, final step is setting spray. And now we're going to try the Flower Beauty Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray. Hopefully this doesn't fully ruin the look. But this is a new product from Flower Beauty, and it's supposed to be an invisible powder spray. So I guess it's supposed to spray out powder, but let's try it. It doesn't feel like anything. Do you see any powder on my face? Okay, maybe, yeah. Okay, it definitely sprays powder. I see it in my hair. But it's not like in my lashes or anything. It's interesting. It feels like you're blowing air on your face. Like I'm used to having like moisture to it, like a you know, setting spray or like a primer water. But this one feels like you're blowing air on your face. That is so weird, but it definitely does have powder because I can see it somewhat in my hairline. This is interesting. Yeah, I don't see it at all. It's invisible like it says. It's just the spray is super intense because it's in one of those like aerosol cans. Definitely has a scent to it, so if you don't like scented products, you might not like this. It has like a powdery, maybe like a baby powderish smell to it. I'll have to play with that a little bit more and see what I think about that. Okay, time to put something on my lips. I don't have any new lip products, so I'm gonna use the Lisa Eldridge lipstick and Velvet Muse. I did use this in another video where I like put on makeup, but I'm gonna just go with that. I'm too lazy to put lip liner on, guys. Okay, there we go. It's like a pinky nudie shade. It's like a velvety moussey texture on this one. But these lipsticks are really nice, and I think it's fine with the look. It works. And this is everything I'm gonna put on my face today. And I like how the look turned out, and so far I'm pretty happy with all the products I tried. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out, give you my like final first impressions, and wrap this video up. Okay, so I am ready to give you my first impressions on everything. I love how my makeup turned out. I love the eyes. I love how my base makeup looks. Like everything meshed in beautifully together. The Codeine Palette, stunning. The metallics are absolutely gorgeous. The multi-chromes, I love Adept's metallic formula. Now the mattes are a little bit more sheer. They're not my favorite matte formula. They're more of a buildable formula, which is fine, just not my favorite. I like a more like pigmented formula, but the metallics make this palette worth it for me for sure. And then for my brows, the little brow palette from e.l.f. is actually really nice, and it's so affordable. Now I'll have to play with it a little more because I'm not used to using powder products in my brows, and I feel like it's a little bit more intense than I'm used to, or maybe I'm lying. Maybe my brows always look this intense, but I did think the shade worked really well for me. It's really good. I thought it was going to be too light, maybe too warm, but it actually worked out just fine. And I really like this Tinted Brow Wax. It's creamy and easy to like fluff into the brows, and I do feel like it lifted up my brows. Now I'll have to wear this all day to see if it actually keeps my brow hairs up, but so far I do like it, and I love that they gave you a clear option. And then the pen from NYX, the brow pen, is so good. The tip is so fine. It's so easy to put like little fine hairs. The shade Espresso was perfect for me. Now for the mascara, I'll have to work with that a little more. The wand is super big. Like, it's a little intense. Now, I do feel like it did volumize my lashes. It did add length and some drama, but I'll have to like play with this a little more. It's really hard not to like smudge it on your lid or smudge it on the bottom part. I don't think I could use this on my lower lashes. I'll have to use like a different mascara. Now, for the base makeup, I already know I like the Estee Lauder makeup. I did a wear test. I'm a fan. I've tried it many times. Now, for the concealer, I like this a lot. I'll have to wear it all day to see how it wears, but in the initial application, it gives a great coverage, it brightens, it looks nice and smooth. Like, look how good it looks under my eyes. It doesn't look cakey, it's not crepey or anything like that. Shade was perfect. I like that it's a medium to buildable coverage, and I think the NYX powder did a great job at setting under my eyes, brightening, and it's really soft and silky, and I don't really have any creasing going on, so that is a plus. And I have very creasy under eyes, so it's hard to not have me crease under there. Now, the face products from M Cosmetics, they're really nice. They are so beautiful. Like, the bronzer, the summer shade, was a perfect shade for me. It wasn't too warm, it wasn't cool, it was just like right in the middle, and it just like melted right into my foundation, as well as the blush. This beautiful like bright orange, it's like a papaya shade, and that also blended onto my cheeks really nicely. None of them lifted up my foundation, and it just melted in really nicely. The highlighter from e.l.f., the Metallic Flare, I thought it was a perfect shade for me. I love the little glow on my cheeks. It does have a little bit of shimmer specks, so if you don't like that, you might want to stay away from that if you're worried about that, but I do think it was really pretty and went on my face really nicely. The Shockwave liners are beautiful from LA Girl, but I love that Shockwave like formula. And the primer, I almost forgot about the primer. The e.l.f. matte primer is really nice. It smooths out my skin. It like got rid of like the pores and made everything look like a smooth canvas. I liked how the foundation went over it. It sits really nice on the skin, and it just kind of melts in. It doesn't just sit on your face like some products can. Now, I'll have to see if it actually does keep my makeup lasting longer and keep it more matte, but the initial application and how it looks on the skin is really, really nice. The one product that I am iffy about for sure is the I want to say Flower Power for some reason, but the Jet Set Invisible Powder Spray. It's a little intense, the sprayer, because it's that aerosol spray, and it feels like you're just spraying air on your face, like you're putting nothing. But then when you look at your face, you have it in your hair a little bit. Luckily, it didn't like cling to my brows or my lashes, but that's something to be mindful if you're worried about having like white powder on your hair. So you definitely have to kind of like fluff it out. And then I don't like that it's scented. I don't know why it had to be scented. It's like a powdery, more mature lady scent. You know, it's not a bad scent, but it's pretty strong. But I'll have to see if that actually does keep my face more matte and more long wearing. I'll have to test that out. And I think that's it, right? For everything that I tried. I mean, the lipstick I've already tried on camera. I do like the Lisa Eldridge formula. So you'll have to let me know in the comments below. Did you try any of these products? Do you plan to pick up any of them? Or if you just want to tell me what's up, how you doing, I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, and all that fun stuff, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family we have here. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have all the products linked if you're interested in any of them. I'll have my other videos that you might be interested in watching, as well as my contact information. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. If you want to check me out over there, I would really, really love that. But anyways, guys, that was everything. That was all I needed to say. Thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. And I do hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you love and light. But until next time, bye guys.